I want to share with you what we call our three-legged stool to create return on investment for trade shows. So let me do a little doodling on the whiteboard. Here is the stool with three legs, as the name hints at. Three-legged stool that's going to support your ROI at trade shows. Now, here are the three legs, and they are equally important because they're going to balance it all out. First one is your stand. Now, understand that your booth in Europe is called a stand, and they're all named with S, so that's why I call it that. Stand is going to be 75 to 80% of your budget. Now, that's your sponsorship, your booth space, your I&D, all of those expenses that are required to have a booth, okay? You gotta have a booth. Now, how big a booth, how big of a booth space, that's up to you when you choose. Now, right here in the middle one, this is your staff, okay? This is your staff, and this is gonna be 10 to 15% of your budget typically, okay? Your staff is your booth staff. You got to get them there. You got to put them up in a hotel, okay? Their per diem, all of that is going to be about 10 for 15%. So what do we got? We got a booth and we've got your staff. Well, that's great. They're there, they're in a booth. But if there's no prospects that they're talking to, if there's no attendees that they're attracting to the booth, this isn't a very good investment. So the third leg is you got to stop them. You got to be able to stop and engage. This is the engagement piece. So this is the stop them portion. And this is 5 to 10% of your budget, 5 to 10%. But in our experience, working with dozens and dozens of companies every year, we find that it's normally like 2 to 3%. So the budget is very small. And then the emphasis or the importance is actually not there. They're not realizing that this is such an important pillar. And of course, if this happens and you don't have anything to support the other two, this whole thing falls down and you don't get the ROI that you're looking for from the show. You need to have all three pillars. You need to have the booth, you need to have your staff there, and you need something to stop them to engage and create those valuable conversations that your booth staff can have in your booth. So that is the three-legged stool for trade show ROI.